Welcome to Chisholm Trail 61. Today we're going to be doing one of my favorite dishes. We're going to do a Southwestern cowboy tater tot casserole. I'm going to show you how I do that coming up right now. Okay, first thing we're going to do, we got about 2 pounds of ground beef in the skillet here. We're going to turn her down here on about medium heat. Go a little bit past medium, between medium high on the heat. We're going to just, boy, if you ain't got you one of these little gadgets right here, you need to get you one of these. These things here are worth their weight in gold, like a buck and a quarter, $2 at the dollar store. That's the best chopper I've ever seen for ground beef. We're just going to break it up a little bit in a large skillet here. And here we got about 1.5 chopped onion. It's just 1.5 onions, medium-sized onions chopped. We're going to go ahead and just put that in there with our ground beef. And here we got 2 medium-sized bell peppers, and you can see they're just chopped up too. We're just going to dump them in on top of our ground beef. We're just going to chop this in, get this all mixed up good. And what we're going to do now, we're going to brown this down. Get our meat. Our meat needs to be completely cooked. We're going to saute our onions and bell peppers in it as we're going along. Let them get soft and sauteed. Meat completely brown. Then we're going to drain our meat. And once we get our meat browned and drained, we'll bring you back and show you the next step. Okay, we got our ground beef there browned. We've drained it. You know, remember we got our onions and our peppers in it. Now to this, we're going to add a 1/2 teaspoon of cumin. We're just going to sprinkle it around on here. That's 1/2 teaspoon of cumin. We're going to do a 1/2 teaspoon of chili powder. We got 1 teaspoon of minced garlic. And we got our burner set back on medium there. About 1 teaspoon of minced garlic. We're going to add in a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper, black pepper. We're going to add in a 1/4 teaspoon of just regular table salt. Now you can use kosher salt or sea salt, you know, whatever you prefer, but I'm just using regular table salt on this. We're going to stir them up real good there. Give them a quick stir. We want to get that garlic mixed in, let it cook for about a minute there. Man, this smells good if y'all could just smell it right now. I'm making my mouth water already, and we ain't even got everything in it yet. We could stop right there and it'd be good. Let me know if y'all ever eat any Southwestern style tater tot casserole, cowboy tater tot casserole. I tell you what, this is some good eating right here. Like I said, I'm just trying to let that garlic that I put in there, let it cook for about a minute there, what we're doing here. Yeah, that ought to be long enough. Knock that off. To that, we're going to add 1 can of whole kernel corn that's been drained. We drained our whole kernel corn. We're going to add 1 can of diced tomatoes with the green chilies. You can use just a Ro-tel if you want, and this is a 16-ounce can. You can use the regular Ro-tel if you want, but I'm just using the diced tomatoes with the green chilies in them. You can hear it start sizzling there. So I'm going to give it a quick stir around there with that. Just sort of get that incorporated a little bit. We're going to add 1 can of pork and beans. Now this is my home canned pork and beans. I can my own pork and beans, so 1 can of pork and beans. And that would be the 16-ounce or 15.5-ounce can, whichever you have in your local store. Or if you can your own, it's 1 pint. I'm just using a pint jar of my home canned pork and beans. I'll give that a quick stir around there. Man, you talk about some good eating there. Don't that look good? And we ain't even through. We still got more stuff to put in it yet. Man, that looks good. Got that stirred up a little bit. What we got here, we got 1/3 cup of sour cream going in. Now, I do like sour cream, so I probably got a little bit more than 1/3 cup there. That's probably just slightly over 1/3 cup, but 1/3 cup works good. You know, I mean, if you really like sour cream like I do, you can add a little bit extra. If you don't like sour cream so much, don't add as much. But 1/3 cup of sour cream in the pot. Get that stirred around just a little bit there. Man, what you talking about? Yeah, buddy. Southwestern Cowboy Tater Tot Casserole. And to that, we're going to add about a good heaping handful or two, about a cup of this cheddar cheese. And we're going to stir it in. We're going to get her stirred in real good here. Spread around and stirred in there. Man, if y'all can just smell that right now, I guarantee your mouth will be watering just like mine is. We're going to cook this until this cheese gets melted, but we want to sort of continue to stir it a little bit, you know, just to be sure that the cheese gets incorporated good and mixed around real good. And I'm just bringing that around the outside into the middle and then spreading it back out. Yeah, man. That looks good. Looks real good. What we're going to do now, we're going to move over here to the island. We're going to get us a 9x13 casserole dish, and I'll tell you what the next step is from there. Okay, now you can see we've moved back over to the island here. And what we're going to do now, let me get this up here a little bit where y'all see it a little bit better there. We're going to take our hamburger mixture. And I'm sorry, I got to block the camera here, but I'm just right-handed as I can be. We're going to just dump it into a 9x13 casserole dish. And man, I tell you what, I could eat that just like that. I'm ready to eat right there. I could eat that right there. I'm just gonna set my skillet back over out of the way. I'm just gonna sort of level this down here. Spread it around and get it up in the corners good, and try to get it, you know, as level in the pan as I can. And you see she's steaming hot. She's smoking there. That looks pretty good there. All right, and then what we're gonna do, we're gonna take the rest of this bag of cheese here we got, and we're gonna just sprinkle it over the top of our, put it on top of our mixture here. Just a good layer all around. Put us a good layer on here. Man, I love cheese. I love tater tots. I love tater tot casserole. I love cowboy tater tot casserole. Man, what you talking about? This is some good eating right here. We get us a good layer of cheese. We don't want to waste any of that. Get us a good layer of cheese, and what we got here, we got a bag of tater tots. And if I can get these open, I have to get a pair of scissors here to open them. This is a 32-ounce bag of tater tots. And now we're not going to pile them up on here. What we're going to do here, we're going to sprinkle some out. And we're going to put them in a single layer on our casserole dish. And they ain't got to be perfect, but you know, I mean, we want to get them in a single layer. We don't want them stacked up on top of each other, because what happens when you let them stack up on top of each other is some of them gets good and brown on you, and then some of them don't get so brown. You know what I'm saying? And I like my tater tots to all be done. So we just pour out a little bit more here. We just pour them out and spread them around until we get them all in a single layer. And then what we do, we go back and we fill in whatever gaps and holes we have. With them. Make them fit in there good and tight, so everybody gets about a tater tots. I don't want to leave anybody out. Believe me. Because everybody's going to want some of it. And like I said, they ain't got to be perfect. You just don't want no gaps left in them. But if you pile them up, chances are some of your tater tots ain't going to get good brown, and they're not going to taste good if they're not good and done. You know what I'm saying? You ever bit into a raw potato? Yeah, there ain't nobody wants to do that when they're trying to eat tater tot casserole. You want your tater tots to get done. So let's see what we got here. See how many more we can squeeze in here. I want to get as many as I can. You won't need the whole bag, the whole 32 ounces bag, but you know, you can get awful close to using it all, though, if you squeeze them in good and tight and move them around. And I want as many in there as I can get in there, you know, but like I said, I don't want to double stack them because I don't want any of them to be raw. I like to just go back along and sort of see where I can find a gap where I may even tighten them up a little bit, and I'll cram me one and another one down in there. I tell you what, that looks like that's about as many as I'm going to get. I got a few left in the bottom of that bag. Not a whole lot. But we got our oven preheated to 375 degrees over here. And we're going to stick this in the oven. We're going to bake it anywhere from 25 to 35 minutes. We're going to let our tater tots get, you know, brown on top. And like I said, you know, make sure that they're good done. And whenever we take it out, we'll let it set for about 15 to 20 minutes and set up real good. and then we'll bring you back and we're going to cut into this bad boy and do us a taste test on it. Okay, we got our Southwestern Cowboy tater tot casserole out of the oven here. And it's been setting for about 20 or 25 minutes, and we're just going to dip us out some of it here. We're going to get us a taste of it. If I can get under it, I'm going to try not to. Oh, yeah, look at there. Look at there. That's what I'm talking about. She's a steaming, but she is good and hot. Man, what you talking about? I want to get them other couple of tater tots there too, though. I don't want to leave none of that laying. We're gonna take us a bite of it here. We're gonna definitely have to blow that some though, because that is some more. I mean, just look at that. You can see the corn and the peppers and the stuff in it. Oh man, what you talking about? I can't wait to get this in my mouth. I want to get some of all of it. Squirm around there till I get all of it. Man, that is a good tater tot casserole. Hey, if you would, give the video a thumbs up, like, share, comment, subscribe to our channel. We appreciate all of you do. Appreciate all of you take the time out of your day to watch our videos. Southwestern Cowboy Tater Tot Casserole. We'll see you on the next one.